Love Judy.
I'm Jessica Dupart. A lot of people know me as Judy. I am the owner of Kaleidoscope Hair Products. To date, the company's probably made close to $40 million. Also birthed Kaleidoscope Realty, Kaleidoscope Management, Kaleidoscope Cares, Kaleidoscope Shipping and Receiving. Yeah, all of that.
The moment DA Brat stepped into the studio, the energy in the room felt different. She was usually the one who commanded attention with her confidence, her strength, and her powerful presence. But today, something was off. Her usual composure was replaced with raw emotion, and it wasn't just the lights that made her look drained. She was about to reveal something that had been weighing on her for months, maybe even years. Today, for the first time, DA Brat was letting the world see the truth about her devastating breakup with Judy. DA Brat's emotional breakdown on live TV wasn't just for the cameras. It was the kind of moment where everything, all the walls she had built over the years, came crashing down. The public had always seen her as tough, unbreakable, even. But on this day, that image was shattered as she openly admitted that she had been blindsided by the one person she trusted most. As the cameras rolled, DA Brat finally broke the silence. "I never thought it would come to this," she said, her voice cracking. "But sometimes love just isn't enough." In that instant, the walls came crashing down, and the audience could feel the weight of her words. The woman who had always been known for her strength, her unbreakable will, was now sitting in front of millions, tears running down her face. It wasn't a cry for attention, it was a cry for release. DA Brat had been carrying this pain alone for too long, and now, in this raw moment, she was letting everyone in on her deepest heartbreak. "I didn't want to believe it," DA Brat continued, choking back tears. "I didn't want to think that she could betray me like this. But when I saw it, when I saw the truth, it was over. There was no going back."
I was just happy, and we were joking around one day saying, "I'm gonna post it." I said, "No, I'm gonna post it." And she was trying to beat me to it, and I was trying to beat her to it. Then when she posted, I was like, "Guess we just came out." Oh my God. And I was like, oh my God, but I got so much love and so many people saying wonderful things to me, supportive things. Like, I'm talking 98 to 2% negative of the haters and trolls that have to exist and live in misery.
Her words were a revelation not just about the end of a relationship, but about the moment trust was completely shattered. DA Brat had loved Judy with everything she had, and now, in front of the cameras, she was letting go of the person who had meant the world to her. DA Brat's relationship with Judy had always seemed like a perfect fairy tale to the public. The couple had been admired by fans for their apparent chemistry and love, but behind closed doors, things weren't as ideal as they seemed. For DA Brat, the emotional distance between them had been growing for months, even years. At first, she didn't want to believe it was happening, thinking it was just a rough patch. But eventually, it became impossible to ignore. Judy, once supportive and loving, began to show signs of resentment. DA Brat would come home after a successful day, proud of her accomplishments, only to find Judy distant, bitter, and unenthusiastic. As DA Brat continued to rise in her career, she noticed a shift in Judy, a shift from admiration to jealousy. "I could see it in her eyes," DA Brat recalled. "It wasn't just about us anymore, it was about me succeeding, and she couldn't handle it." What DA Brat had once believed was a strong partnership was now becoming a toxic environment where her success only deepened the divide between them. "I wanted to share everything with her," DA Brat said, her voice heavy with emotion. "But it felt like she couldn't stand to see me win. And that hurt more than anything." The realization that Judy couldn't handle her success was the beginning of the end for their relationship. When DA Brat finally made the decision to end her relationship with Judy, it wasn't an easy choice. But she knew deep down that she couldn't keep living in a relationship where her success was met with insecurity and resentment. "It wasn't about love anymore," DA Brat confessed. "I needed someone who could stand by me, celebrate my wins, and support my dreams." Judy's constant undermining of DA Brat's career, whether it was belittling her accomplishments or refusing to acknowledge her success, was damaging. DA Brat had always been the one to hold herself to high standards, and she didn't need someone holding her back. "Judy couldn't handle my success," DA Brat said, her voice filled with both pain and clarity. "She couldn't see me as her equal. She was threatened by my growth, and that's not the kind of relationship I needed." For DA Brat, the decision to walk away wasn't about anger or spite. It was about recognizing her own worth and understanding that she deserved more. I needed someone who could support me, who could be proud of me, not someone who would make me feel guilty for succeeding, she said. And that's why I had to let her go. Judy's insecurity had taken an emotional toll on DA Brat. It wasn't just about the arguments or the distance that grew between them, it was the constant feeling of having to prove herself, even to the person who was supposed to be her biggest supporter. It started to feel like I wasn't enough, DA Brat shared, her voice trembling. No matter what I did, it wasn't good enough for her. And that's a heavy feeling to carry in a relationship. DA Brat had always been the one to push forward, to overcome obstacles. But Judy's constant doubts and criticism chipped away at her spirit. I wanted to be with someone who celebrated me, who pushed me to be better, DA Brat continued. But instead, I felt like I was constantly walking on eggshells, afraid to shine too brightly. It wasn't just about career success, it was about being able to share her achievements without guilt or fear of judgment. But with Judy, that was never the case. The emotional burden of always feeling less than or not enough took a toll on DA Brat, and eventually, it became clear that she couldn't continue living in that toxic environment. The final straw came one evening when DA Brat realized she couldn't ignore the cracks in their relationship any longer. After a major career milestone, DA Brat came home, excited to share the news with Judy, only to find her distant and unsupportive. It was the moment I knew I couldn't keep doing this, DA Brat said. I had just accomplished something huge, and all I wanted was for her to be happy for me. But instead, she made me feel like I had to apologize for my success. DA Brat spent that night reflecting on everything. The love they had shared, the way their relationship had changed, and the toll it was taking on her emotionally. I realized then that I couldn't keep sacrificing myself for someone who didn't support me, DA Brat admitted. I had to choose me. I had to choose my happiness and my future. The decision to walk away was one of the hardest things DA Brat had ever done, but she knew it was the right one. I had to let go, she said softly. And it was the hardest thing I've ever done. When DA Brat revealed the true reason behind her breakup with Judy, the public was taken aback. Fans who had long admired the couple's relationship were left in shock, trying to process the unexpected revelation. Many had believed that DA Brat and Judy shared something unbreakable, a connection that seemed to be built on trust, love, and mutual respect. Their relationship had been the subject of admiration, a symbol of overcoming challenges together and thriving despite the odds. But as DA Brat laid bare the truth about what had transpired between them, the picture that fans had constructed in their minds began to crumble, leaving them to wonder what had gone wrong. The response from the public was immediate and powerful. Fans who had stood by the couple during their time together now found themselves grappling with the reality of the breakup. Some expressed a sense of disbelief, struggling to comprehend how things had deteriorated so drastically. "I can't believe she had to go through that," one fan tweeted, their words echoing the sadness and sympathy that many were feeling. The fan sentiment was clear. DA Brat had been through something painful, and they couldn't believe that she had been put in that position. For those who had supported the relationship from the start, the truth behind the breakup felt like a punch to the gut. At the same time, many fans quickly rallied behind DA Brat, offering their support and standing up for her. It was evident that they believed in her, and their hearts went out to her as she faced one of the most difficult experiences of her life. "She deserves someone who will lift her up, not tear her down," another fan commented, reinforcing the idea that DA Brat should be with a partner who fully supports her and her success. This sentiment seemed to resonate deeply with the public, with many fans expressing their disappointment not only in the breakup itself but in the way Judy had failed to stand by her partner during a critical time. Another recurring theme in the public's response was the disappointment in Judy. Fans couldn't understand how someone who was supposed to be DA Brat's partner, her equal, could fail to support her, especially when it came to her success. "Judy should have been her biggest cheerleader," one fan wrote, articulating the feeling of betrayal that many people seemed to share. The fans' comments were filled with frustration, as they questioned how someone could not support the person they loved, particularly when that person was working so hard to achieve their dreams and goals. Many saw Judy's actions as a form of abandonment, and that left a bitter taste in the mouths of those who had once been fans of their relationship. DA Brat's revelation sparked an important conversation about the complexities of relationships, especially for those in the public eye. It forced people to reflect on their own partnerships and the importance of mutual support, trust, and understanding. Success, particularly when it is achieved through hard work and perseverance, can sometimes put a strain on relationships. But as many fans pointed out, a healthy relationship should be built on lifting each other up, not tearing each other down. The dynamics between DA Brat and Judy seemed to highlight the pressures of balancing personal growth with the needs of a relationship, and many fans couldn't help but think about how vital it is to have someone who not only believes in you but also believes in your potential to succeed. One fan shared, "DA Brat deserves to be with someone who believes in her," a sentiment that echoed loudly through social media. It wasn't just about supporting her career, it was about being there for her in every sense of the word, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Many fans expressed hope that DA Brat would find someone who would treat her with the love and respect she deserved, someone who would stand by her through thick and thin, and who would always be her biggest supporter. Now that her relationship with Judy was over, DA Brat was focusing on healing. It wasn't easy, and the road ahead was uncertain, but DA Brat knew that she had to take control of her future. "I'm finding peace," she said. "It's hard, but I know I'm doing what's best for me." DA Brat was learning to embrace her success and own her worth, and she wasn't going to let anyone take that from her again. "I'm working on myself. I'm rediscovering who I am, and that's the most important thing right now," DA Brat explained. The journey to healing would take time, but DA Brat was ready to take the first steps toward a better, more fulfilling future. "I'm stronger than I've ever been," she said with a smile. "And I'm ready for whatever comes next." DA Brat's journey wasn't just about her breakup with Judy, it was about reclaiming her own power and learning to stand tall, no matter what. "Love is hard," DA Brat said. "But the most important love is the love you have for yourself. And I'm learning that every day." As DA Brat moves forward, she's not just leaving the past behind, she's embracing the future with a newfound strength and confidence. "I'm ready to take on whatever life throws at me," DA Brat says, eyes shining with determination. This is just the beginning. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Who do you think will come out on top in the battle of success and love? Thanks for watching.